Hi everybody, welcome to the first ever episode of the Noise and Visuals Industry Hour podcast, where we sit down with members of our community and chat about members, artists, industry people in our community and chat about all things music and art and all that sort of stuff. My name is Kayla and I am your host. Now, if you don't know about Noise and Visuals is a music media platform that is attempting to highlight, we do highlight some of the best metalcore, hardcore, all the bands that we can stick a little core in, have a little breakdown, have a little gang vocals in our scene in the Asia Pacific region. So we're talking Australia, New Zealand, Aotearoa, and then we're looking at Japan, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam. We're looking at South Asia, so India, Pakistan, all of those places. Hell, let's get over to Samoa if we can. But today we're going to stick in Brisbane for our very first episode. Well, in Adelaide. I'm in Adelaide, but our band is from Brisbane. We are sitting down with the lads from Roronoah. So Roronoah is a deathcore act from Brisbane. They are dropping a brand new EP that is coming out in a couple of days' time. So I caught up with the lads to talk about that, to introduce you guys also to Roronoah if you've never heard them before. So I hope you really enjoy. I just say this is an industry hour. It's not going to take an hour, so that's okay. But if you like what you see, please connect with us on Noise and Visuals. We are on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on Twitter, X, and we're on Facebook. And of course, we have our website, noiseandvisuals.net. And of course, here on YouTube and other streaming platforms, if you want to listen to the podcast, we publish news every single day where we're talking about the Asia Pacific metalcore hardcore region. So stay in touch, let us know, and let us know if there's any acts you want us to talk to from our region. We'll try and make it happen. But without further ado, kicking us off today is Roronoah. Enjoy.
Easy. Okay, well, first and foremost, how do you say your band name correctly?
Well, I don't know. It's kind of up for debate, but I normally say Roronoah or
Roronoah.
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 Yeah.
Nice.
If you say it fast, it all sounds the same.
That's fair. Just say it quick. And is it a One Piece reference?
Yeah. Yes and no. I mean,
yes and no.
Obviously,
a little bit.
That's where it came from. I mean,
hang on.
I got a little. What is it? Like a
Funko Pop here. Hang on.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Because I saw it and I was like, is that Zorro? It's like reference. And then
yeah, definitely. I think it definitely came from that. But I also really dig pirates and stuff like that. So, and we thought it's the thought of pirates listening to deathcore as they like raid ships is just hilarious. So
I love that.
Yeah,
that's so good. So speaking of which, how did you guys come together? So how did Roronoah kind of form?
Facebook.
We
were just talking about this before we joined the call.
Yeah. So I think I put an ad up for, I needed a singer, a vocalist for a heavy project, and Kalani was the first one that responded
in 20 minutes of the post going up.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know. We met up and then we started playing together with some of the other members, and then we started gigging and whatnot, and then we had our other guitarist Josh join up.
Yeah, who's one of my friend's brothers.
Yeah, and then our current drummer and bassist Jude and Corey, they were already like fans of the band, I guess, just some of our early stuff. Yeah. And then when our old drummer and old bass player moved on, those guys jumped on, and we've been smashing ever since.
Nice. And when was that? So how long have you guys been kicking around?
Year and a half.
Yeah, I think we formed like 18 months ago, but we only been releasing music for
a year,
12 months. Yeah.
Actually, it'd be more like a year and a month now because of
13 months. Yeah.
Hey, before they turn 3, you always count months. Exactly. It's like a baby. It's like a baby. That's good. So let's talk about like your influences. Obviously you've mentioned like Shadow of Intent, and being Australian, of course we look at Die Hard as Murder. Is that all of you who come together with deathcore, was the idea always a deathcore project, or did it just kind of merge into that?
No, it definitely wasn't to start with. It was like Black Sabbath covers.
Yeah.
And
Oh wow.
and then Kalani joined in and he's like, "Have you guys heard of Slaughter to Prevail and Kublai Khan?" And I was like, "No." And then he showed me those guys and I was like, "Whoa, this is cool."
Because I joined in under the impression that I was going to be screaming. So and like with like little bits of like normal like singing.
Clean singing.
Yeah. And then I was like, I showed them what I could do. I did like, and then they were like, "Oh no, okay, we can't do that anymore."
So you're like, here is a breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was super into like classic sort of old school death metal, that sort of stuff.
Pantera.
Yeah, like Pantera and just like old school Swedish metal stuff. And then Kalani brought the modern influence in, and he's got a huge Kalani's influences are now my influences, and then we've grown from there.
That feels like pure deathcore, because you really have taken like death metal and
Yeah.
mixed it with like Kublai Khan, something that is hardcore, and it's a real natural progression.
It's been interesting, the progression. We definitely started with a more of a slammier sound, I guess, and then as we've progressed, our influences have progressed, and I think that's the cool part of us being younger, is that our tastes are still growing. So hopefully, our music grows with it.
So, because deathcore, like tradition, like I'm a little bit older. Let's not talk about how old I am. But let's just say I watched Thy Art Is Murder come up. Deathcore is kind of like in the past. It has had kind of like a negative connotations lyrically, but you guys, I haven't looked too much into your lyrics. How about lyrically? Have you guys kind of gone towards that more traditional deathcore route, or are you guys kind of exploring it in your own sort of style?
I'm a big fan of like storytelling.
Yeah.
So I kind of influence, like my lyrics are influenced by my storytelling like background and that, because I used to be like super into like writing in school.
Yeah.
So a lot of like the stuff I do is it's a mixture of real life like situations that I've either like been told or been witness to, mixed with a bit more of a storytelling aspect. So a lot of my like the themes that like I use are especially in the last like however many songs we've made have all been inspired by abuse and stuff like that. Just because it's so prevalent in the world, especially that it's for me, I find it quite easy to write about that type of stuff just from witnessing it, like just in really any aspect of life, like abuse of power, like physical abuse, verbal abuse. It's just it's everywhere, so it becomes quite easy to write about. And I really like pushing that like specific part of it, making it a little bit more comfortable to digest in an angrier like format.
Yeah, I think we're definitely about trying to modernize the sound. We're not trying to repeat old ways. So I think look, not that I know most of the lyrics of the songs, but I think from what I understand of it, it seems progressive. It seems to be touching on themes that are important, I think, and that are good to get out there. And at surface level, it's probably like, whoa, those are some scary words. But then really look into the lyrics, and it's like, oh, okay, this is an actual story about suffering and something that should be paid attention to.
My grandmother actually read the lyrics of a couple of our songs, and she goes to my dad. She was like, "You seen what your son's been writing?" It's like, that's disgusting.
We need an intervention.
Especially with my Catholic grandmother.
Oh, trust me, I know all about that. So yeah. It's expression, and I think honestly, Catholic imagery is some of the most metal imagery of all. Like
that's exactly what we did with Under the Stigmata. That's literally a Catholic church reference.
Our first single,
Yeah. So you've gone from like Under the Stigmata to your EP that's coming out now. Even though you guys have only been around for 13 months, or like together for 13 months, have you found that your writing and style and the growth has really progressed in that short time?
Absolutely. I think with like the first singles, we were kind of just like stumbling upon things and like, oh, that sounds cool. Let's do that. And now we've definitely found a formula, and especially like we've finished this EP, but we're already halfway through the next EP.
Oh, brilliant.
And it's like it's easy now to find that we've got that winning formula, and then it's just that starting point, and then trying to flow from there. But I think it's definitely come from, at least for me as the guitarist, to step away from the guitar and write more other instruments and then go from there.
Oh, nice. So with, obviously you've got Accustomed to Hurt, that's coming out on the 25th of July.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
it.
Good. My notes are good. And also you've dropped 2 singles from that. So can you tell us a little bit more about the EP with the ones we haven't heard, and what we expect going forward?
I think the other 2 that people haven't heard, I think are, in my opinion, the best out of that EP. And it's a nice little thing where, like, because people have really liked the past 2 songs that we've dropped. Obviously a lot, I hear a lot more of like Love for Hush, but
it happens.
But from that, like, we can see like the 2 new songs coming out. We've got Tyrant Theory and You Love It coming out, and You Love It started off, I think, as all of our favorite, and then we finished Tyrant Theory and we're like, oh shit, this one bangs hard.
Yeah, we got lucky at the end with the Spoiled for Choice. If we could go back, I don't know if we would release the same thing. I don't know, maybe, but yeah, I think we're super stoked with how the EP's turned out. And we're shooting a music video for one of them on Sunday.
Nice.
So we're super stoked about that. And then so with these last 2 tracks to come out on the 25th, we're really excited for them to come out and to have their moment finally. We've been sitting on them for a long time, so it's really exciting for them to see the light of day.
Now, you've also got your tour to support the EP coming up. Have you guys played much outside of Brisbane yet, or is this your first time heading out?
No, we played down in
Albury.
Yeah.
We played Albury. We played at Arc Fest by the Archangel Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
On, when was that? The 4th or the 5th of April?
Yeah.
And we've played like the Gold Coast, but no, we've literally, we've had 2 gigs outside of Brisbane, and we're having our 3rd gig outside of Brisbane tomorrow night in Toowoomba, which is still Brisbane.
Yeah. So it's kind of like when you do a regional tour and you say the Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast, you're like, No, I'm from Adelaide. We never get tours. No. So tell us about the East Coast tour. What are you looking forward to for that one?
Yeah. So we're heading up Sydney in the 1st of August.
Yeah.
So Sydney, Port Kembla, which is pretty much Wollongong, and then Brisbane, Sunny Coast, Collingwood in Melbourne, and then Bendigo. So we're super excited to come down, and we've never played bigger. We've never played like other capital cities really. So we're really excited to get out to those ones. And then I think we're really excited about the more regional places, like Port Kembla and Bendigo. Sunshine Coast, I guess, is considered regional, but I think those are going to be the ones that we're really excited for. But I think the most exciting thing is the other bands we have on the lineup. We got Archangel, Kisma, Serpentry, All Monsters Are Human, Necrosis. That's how you say it. Yeah,
Aeon Nexus.
Yeah, we got a bunch of really cool local bands from those areas, and we're really excited for them to show their crowd what they've got, and for us to hopefully have an influence on the crowd down there too.
For those who haven't been to one of your shows before, what can people expect?
Yeah. I think for this tour, we've really been working on getting our show to a really high professional level. We've got all the rig, we've got the tracks and all that stuff, and we're super excited to go down there and just show our professionalism. That's something we really pride ourselves on, is these people are, tickets are $10. It's not like you're busting the bank, but people are taking the time to come and see you. So we want to make it worth it. And I think that's the biggest thing. And then I think we'll also have some cool crossovers I think the boys from Archangel might come up and share a song with us or something. So
I've been talking to Jake about getting up on stage with them as well. So
yeah,
you might see that. We'll see.
Yeah,
so little guesty.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good time, but a good time that's worth it.
Nice. So you mentioned earlier that you're already starting to write for the next EP. So, and obviously you've got the next 2 months planned. You've got the EP drop, the tour, and everything like that. What does the rest of the year look like for you guys?
Yeah, September. We've already kind of booked in time to record our next EP. So we're aiming for another EP by year's end. So that's the big focus at the moment. I'm just trying to get the music out there and then going from there. I think we want to do a lot more visual stuff, so music videos and stuff like that. And we just want to keep the momentum and keep kicking down the door.
We're with the next EP, we're hopefully just so that people keep tuning in. We've got people we're talking to about coming on and doing some guesties as well.
Yeah, we'll have some features
if you want to listen out for any bands that you like locally, you might hear 1 or 2 of them on the next one.
Nice. Yeah. And what is your kind of for you guys, how do you think you fit into the heavy music scene in Australia? Obviously you guys are looking at progressing, you're playing deathcore, you're doing all that, you've got the Brisbane Deathcore moniker. What are some of the things you want to do when it comes to playing shows, getting out there and being part of the heavy scene? Do you have any big goals with that?
We've been kind of taking over just from a lot of bands who have kind of left the scene and left Brisbane Deathcore, which is, it's totally fair. There was that period of time where it was just hardcore in Brisbane, and I think now, as much as we love the hardcore crowd and the hardcore boys, it is time for someone new to kind of come in. And I think now that we're starting to see a lot more of that crowd come in, and I think it's good that we're one of the small bands who are doing it, who's helping with that push of the resurgence. Obviously America's big into their deathcore now. You got I know Slaughter is technically Russian, but they live out of America, and you've got Lorna Shore,
Shadow of Tan,
Chelsea Grin, all these huge bands, and it's we have 2 or 3 that are really big. We got Viart, we've got
To the Grave.
To the Grave. To the Grave.
Not in Texas and stuff like that.
Yeah. But I think it's just it's where we're at. We're trying to make it so that we kind of come into that crowd and that size as well. I think it needs to be bigger, especially. And we're really trying to push that and, visit more places around Australia. And the goal is to eventually go state by state, and especially coming down to Adelaide, we've got a few friends down there, Peak Misery.
They're great. Yeah, they're good guys.
Yeah,
good guys.
They need to be bigger than they are.
They are insane.
So hard. Yeah.
I saw them for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, what? Why are they playing to a room this small?
And they're really nice guys. I chat to them every now and again over Instagram, and they're just lovely guys.
Yeah,
so sweet.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is we're trying to keep it fresh, and we're trying to always not repeat the same slam and the same, not a knock on slam or anything, but it's not us. We're not old heads really. We're down to progress the scene and modernize it, and I think we definitely want to stay away from that. Not that we have control over it, but that sort of gatekeeping territory. We want as many new ears to the genre as possible. And I think that comes into effect with our songwriting and just trying to keep it as intense as it is, but as inviting as well.
Oh, that's good. I've only got a couple more for you. Well, the first thing is, if you could pick any band to play with, one in Australia and one from overseas, who would they be?
They are 100%. We're on our knees begging. For sure, they are. Though I think for sure. Yeah, definitely. No, and then overseas would That's tough because like
you can have different answers. You can.
Okay, all right. Well, for me
each.
personally, like my favorite vocalist like used to be Will Ramos, but then now it's Tom Barber, and like either a Darko US or a Chelsea Grin tour with us. Oh, I would love that. That'd be so sick.
Sorry, the dog in the background.
Oh, yeah.
No, 100%. That's a good one. How about you?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you said Die Out, so I won't say Die Out again. I'll say maybe like A Night in Texas for the Australian one, and then maybe I mean I'd have to say Fit for an Autopsy. I would. I'm a big fanboy. So
nice. And last question: if there's what do you guys want everyone to know about your band? What last words? What's one thing you guys? Well, not one, many things. Say what you want. You've got the floor. This is you.
one thing.
Oh, I think I think we're like it's more. I see like a lot of people when we're at gigs like are very hesitant to come over and stuff like that, to say hello because I'll be like standing at the desk and then there's like a group of like 5 like staring at me. And I'm like, I'm very approachable. You can just come up and annoy the shit out of me. I don't care.
That's probably it. I think I have a horrible resting bitch face. So I think it would be, I'm actually quite nice. Even though I look like I want to rip your head off sometimes.
He's mean to us, but he's nice to everyone.
Oh yeah, I take it out on the boys, but I never take it out on anybody else.
But the main takeaway is Roronoah are a bunch of nice guys. Come say hi at the merch desk.
Exactly.
Yeah,
all right. Well, that is all I've got for you today. So if you guys do you have anything else or anything you want to add?
Thank you for having us and taking the time.
Thank you guys. But yeah, so we'll put this up. Hopefully, we'll put this up as a YouTube video. The article will be out before that, though. So
awesome,
lovely.
And obviously, send me if you can. Send me the EP before the 25th, and I will put up a review so we can have that little promoted.
Awesome,
yeah.
But thank you for coming on. It's always good to chat to, especially an upcoming band like you guys, and all the best with everything going forward. I hope you tour fucking rips.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully we'll see you in Adelaide soon.
Hopefully. We'd Seek Misery. That would be a crazy
Yes.
We'll be talking to them, don't worry.
Awesome. Alrighty guys, have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you. Bye.
And for joining in on the Noise and Visuals, the Industry Hour podcast. It's our very first episode, so all the love and everything you can give us, that would be absolutely fine. We want to thank Roronoah for being on the first episode. Make sure you check out their new EP, Accustomed to Hurt, which will be released on Friday the 25th of July. We'll have a review up as well, a little bit closer, maybe on the day, maybe tomorrow, but make sure you check that out as well on noiseandvisuals.net. And also make sure you follow us and the band on social media, okay? Because Roronoah will also be going on a tour, as we mentioned before. Check out all their social media. They're in the description box below if you are watching on YouTube. If not, head to noiseandvisuals.net or head to our Instagram, our TikTok, our Facebook page, or our Twitter, maybe, to get a little bit more information on that. And we'll be back next week. We got an episode from the Vault. We're doing a throwback episode from the end of last year that we recorded with Adelaide band Those Left Behind. So make sure you tune in to that one, and we'll catch you next week. And if we don't, we'll see you in the pit.